Good morning, good morning. We'll call this one Trucking Thursday. And today's topic is always check your bills and always get things in writing from brokers, because brokers will try to screw you over if you do not work with those brokers often enough. However, so I just picked this load up. This load picked up in Ohio, and it's going to St. Louis. I picked this load up, I get loaded, I look at my bills, the bills say Iowa. I'm like, that's not right. So I'm like, okay, let's check this out. But I see the pickup number is still the same on the bills. So she did get the pickup number right. Everything is good. I asked the shipper, she's like, oh no, we just, that's the address we have. Check with the broker. I called the broker, I'm like, hey, this. He's like, oh yeah, you're good, go ahead and roll. I'm like, okay, I'll send you a picture of this bill. I just need your response to say, hey, you're clear to go, just go deliver to the Raycon address. And this guy is like, yeah, just go ahead and roll. I'm like, okay, can you just respond? He's like, yeah, I'll respond once I get the approval from the manager. And I'm like, so you're telling me to roll, but you don't even have approval yet, for sure, knowing that this is the load. It's kind of crazy, man. Like, some of these folks that work in these places, they really don't give a damn. They just want to get you off their back. Just go, just roll. So yeah, and the thing is, like, you just need always in writing, whether it's, you know, through text message or email. Whenever, you know, I have issues, I always call to recap the conversation on an email before I get off, just so there's that track record of these things, because unfortunately the brokers will try to screw you over, try not to pay you detention, try not to pay you layovers, things like that. And folks to say, oh, I just get these things so easy. It's not easy. Unless you work with that broker all the time and you have that good connection, it's not that easy. And the thing is, like, I mean, even if you do work with a certain brokerage like TQL, they have thousands of people working. You're always going to get somebody else, and TQL does not care about you as a carrier with 2 trucks. So here I am, just posted. There's a truck stop to the left. I'm right here on this big side thing where a bunch of trucks park. We're about to merge onto 77 up here, which I'm not too excited about because I am kind of heavy, as you can see. But yeah, as soon as we get that green light to go, we're gonna get rolling. All right, we're good to go. Like I said, you always want to get that concrete answer in writing. I know 77 is pretty rough down after 81, but I don't know what it's like up here. I don't remember. It's been a minute since I went on it. We're about to find out, I suppose. And it looks steep already up there.
Turn left on 77.
38 miles of 77. I just keep my fan on when I'm in these mountains. Ford Ranger. Come on, Barney, you got this. Keep on pulling. People are like, oh my God, your turn signal is on. No, it's my flashers, because I'm going 45 miles an hour on the highway, so an idiot behind me on their phone texting doesn't slam into me because they can't realize I'm not going 70 miles an hour like them until they're about to hit me. rag that I was wiping my hands yesterday with. Man. Another day, another mile marker. Hopefully these 35 miles are smooth sailing, because once I'm on 70 I'm good, because pretty sure I'm past I forgot what that section in West Virginia is on 70 between Ohio and PA. But there's that one section where it's like a little hilly. I think I'm past that already. I think 77 is more west of that. Could be wrong. You know, I've been looking at pickup trucks because I want to buy a pickup truck, just because it's nice to have one. It's convenient, like especially now when you own, you know, rental units. You always need to like transfer drywall, doors, 2x4s, stuff like that. And on top of that, it'd be nice to have for the truck too. You know, if I have, you know, tires and brakes and whatnot. But trucks are so expensive. Like used trucks are absolutely insane, especially like Toyotas. Guys have like 300,000 miles. The truck's like 15 years old and they're listing it for $30,000. Okay, I'm exaggerating on that one, but I kid you not, I seen like a 2010 Tundra with like 160,000 miles, and this guy is asking $30,000. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm poor. I'm too poor for that type of money, for that type of price. The nicest truck I have found for the money was $25,000. I think it was 2012 or 13 F-250 with a 6.7 diesel. And it wasn't like a crew cab. It had half doors in the rear, which I like. I think those look better, and I don't need that big of a seat in the back anyways. And it was like lifted. The thing looked nice, and it had 130,000 miles. I mean, I don't know about you, but 130,000 miles for a 6.7 is damn low. That thing is good for at least another 400,000 if you take care of it. First thing you do is delete those emissions, and then you're good. I really, really like Ford trucks. If I wasn't to get a Ford truck, I'd probably look at like the older Dodge Cummins, like pre-2000. If not, then maybe try to find another Ford F-250 with a 7.3. Because by what I was reading, they say that the 6.0s have a lot of problems, but the 7.3 is apparently like the most bulletproof engine ever. I want a diesel truck, you know. That's kind of like what I want to get, because I want to be able to tow stuff too if I ever need it. If I don't do that, then I just like to get like a smaller pickup. If I can find something used locally for like 5, 6, 7 grand, like a, you know, Nissan Frontier or even a Titan. Toyotas are out of question. Tacomas, Tundras, way overpriced. I mean, I don't care how reliable that thing is. I'm not paying 15, 20 grand for something with 300,000 miles. It's just absurd, and it's a gas guzzler anyways. Like, you get an F-250, the thing is a damn 6.7, and but what I was reading is people doing emissions delete on it, and you get like 20 city, 30 highway, and this thing is like 500 horsepower and almost 1,000 foot-pounds of torque. But then you have a Toyota Tundra, it just the V8 gasoline gets like 13 city and like 17 highway, and it's nowhere near that F-250. Plus F-250 sounds badass. So that's just my 2 cents. Might break my truck virginity soon, so we'll see. admit though, I really do like the new Nissan Titan, especially ones with the Cummins. Maybe a year ago, you used to be able to get a nasty Nissan Titan for like under 30,000 with like 20-30,000 miles, but now that price shot up 25-30%. So now you're looking at just under 40 for those same trucks. The prices are just absolutely insane. Wish I would have known that, bought some used vehicles and kept them. That would have been nice. Comment on my Jake, like, yeah, it's not loud. I mean, I have mufflers on. You can still hear it, you know? Which I'm honestly, like, still debating on whether I want to straight pipe this thing, but straight pipe kind of is least of my concern. Let me see if this camera's even recording. Yeah, we're still good. Straight pipe is kind of least of my concern at the moment because my transmission randomly has knocks when I'm going in reverse, especially at a hill. And I think that's what I'm gonna get done, is I'm gonna drop this thing off to a shop, have them check out that transmission if it's worth rebuilding, or just get a new rebuilt one. Because that's gonna be a chunk of change for sure, I know that. And then I need to get new tires on my rear. Only 2 of them were worn out. I replaced all of them. I should have just done all of them at the same time, but I had plenty of threads, so I was like, you know, screw it. But I need to get 2 of those. Those 2 tires looking at like 1,100 bucks. And then my right steer started patching up. I don't know why, but yeah, I need to address that. I replaced the shocks. So we'll see if it continues doing it. If it continues doing it, then I'm probably just gonna get 2 brand new steers, and I might go with like Michelin or Bridgestone, because these are Yokohamas. And I was asking in the group, and people like, yeah, I used to have issues with Yokohamas too. I'm happy with the rear, they're great, but the front, I don't know why they're doing it. So if I do get it, I do have a brand new left steer on Yokohama, so I'm just gonna take that off, take it home, maybe try to sell it or something. But the right one I'll just keep as a spare for my steer. But yeah, that's, you know, quite a bit of expenses there, not to mention the whole apartment renovation and whatnot. So definitely stacks are last on my list after Uncle Sam gets his cut, because I'm gonna have to pay quite a bit of taxes even with all the deductions I had. So we'll see, you know. Priorities. And unfortunately, you always get screwed up in life, and you can't do things to take care of yourself, right? But it's just how life works. I talked in the previous video what I would end up doing this week in terms of like gross and miles. To be honest, it didn't work out as good as I thought, but I'm still beyond happy, just because people always ask like, hey, what does that load pay? What does this pay? This week I did 2,400 miles, which is more than I usually do. 2,400 miles, I managed to hit just under 10,000 gross. So that's $4 a mile, which is absolutely amazing in my book. I don't know about you, but that's absolutely amazing in my book. And yeah, can't complain at all. Solid load. It's Thursday, I'm be home, you know, tonight hopefully, load up tomorrow, and then leave back out Sunday night. So I'm okay with that. If I can have weeks like this, that'd be damn amazing. But unfortunately, you don't always have weeks like this, so it is what it is. Yeah, I think that's just gonna do it for today's short video. Really not too much to talk about. The 77 is looking pretty good. I don't want to jinx it, but we're gonna keep on trucking and catch up, folks. Maybe tomorrow, maybe Sunday, maybe next year, next month. I don't know when the next time I feel like making a video. So stay safe, everyone, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.